Dragon window, you came to the fore. You are the best in windows, fencing and doors. Build resilience and good quality. You work hand in hand with the community. You are world class. Yes, you built to last. Your product is the best. The Honda window could test. Dragon windows. Watch me. In Dominica you were born. You are number one dragon. Dragon window.
We have relocated to our new factory at Woodbridge Bay, Fokole, opposite the port. Telephone 448-0253, 315-1500 and 275-7372.
Dragon windows.
That one friend or family member who just loves sending messages? Amazing! Introducing our new Prime Ultra bundles with endless social messaging for WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Message as much as you want on the fastest mobile network in Dominica. Send messages anytime and anywhere. Get more data to keep you connected with your family and friends. Download the MyDigital app to activate your new Prime Ultra bundle or visit any of our retail stores today. Digicel, keeping you better connected.
Step into the Realm Restaurant, where every meal is an adventure inspired by Game of Thrones. Enjoy our diverse menu and extensive wine selection. Live jazz on Wednesdays, top DJs on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Don't miss our Monday discounts and Tuesday happy hour. Wear Creole attire for a special treat. Book your table now. Call 767-235-6669. The Realm Restaurant, where dining becomes enchantment. Enchantment.
Welcome to Paradise Pier, your ultimate destination for cherished celebrations. Soothe your soul every Thursday at the iconic Reggae on the Boardwalk. Unwind at our Friday after work chill. Then come savor our delicious fish and mixed broth on Saturdays at Broth by the Bay. Vintage Sundays, where you can be assured to hear some tunes from yesteryear golden era while enjoying the perfect Sunday meal. Daily lunch is always ready from 12 p.m. Parties, beachside weddings, functions. Our venue is setting the mood for your every occasion, private and public. Book your slice of paradise today, where every event becomes an unforgettable story. Call or WhatsApp 235-1535 for booking. Paradise Pier, your feel-good place.
From the cradle to the grave, you don't want to be no slave. You need a loan you want to save. Welcome and visitors today. Commitment to quality. What? Therefore you and me was one big family, but now it's a community. True. Making life easy. Yes. Like ABC. Don't matter who you are, you can benefit when you bring your mortgage.
With rates as low as 5% and loans for all your needs.
Open an MRA.
Save for your golden years and take advantage of our savings products.
We will finance your business.
Checking accounts, small business loans, wire transfers, and so much more.
NCCU all the way. Wow!
Your community financial partner.
NCCU.
Good afternoon, everybody. Let's do that with some more vibe. Good afternoon, everybody. Nice. So welcome to competition 3 of the first round of the DBS Radio Ministry of Education headline sponsor Dragon Window reading competition. And we are here in this beautiful setting at the Portsmouth Library. I mean, when I think of library, this is not what I came to mind. That's my first time here at the Portsmouth Library. You know, I'm a little old school, so this is more on the modern side of things. So let me just commend the folks of the Portsmouth Library, more so Miss Sabroch. I think she's the librarian here. I'm loving the vibe, and I'm sure the students who are here prepared to read is loving the environment as well. Those of you who are tuned in via DBS Facebook and YouTube channel, let me bid you a special welcome again. This is competition 3 in the DBS Radio Ministry of Education headline sponsor a Dragon Window reading competition. We've had 2 competitions thus far. We are here once again in the community of Portsmouth. We are ready to present good reading here this afternoon. Are you ready to read? Yes. I already read it, but we'll gear you up, we'll warm you up in just a while. But as you know, in every situation, in every circumstance, in every event, in everything that we do, we must bring God in our presence. So we'll ask on Miss or Mrs. Paul, who is a parent here among us, to lead us in prayer. If you are sitting, please stand. I know some of you are already standing.
Let us all pray. Heavenly and eternal Father, we are so grateful that we are here today. We thank you, Father, for all the organizers of this event today. We thank you for the students. We thank you for the teachers, oh God, who have worked tirelessly to see this come to pass. We just pray in the Father that thou may give the children clarity of speech, Father, and help them to remember their commas and their full stop. We thank you in Jesus' name.
Let me get another amen. Amen. Nice. Of course, we must please remain standing. We must, and I want to emphasize on the must, pay homage. When we speak of homeland, when we speak of our country, we should always speak of it with pride. Dominica is a country that we should all be proud of. Right? So we got to continue paying homage to the most beautiful island in this entire world. And to help us do that, we'll have students from the Roosevelt Douglas Primary School to come forward to do the national anthem.
Come ye forward, sons and daughters, all risen beyond compare. Strike for honor, sons and daughters, do the right, be firm, be fair. Toy with hearts and hands and voices, we must prosper, sound the calm, in which everyone rejoices, all for each and each for all.
Thank you so much. You may be seated. And this is something I noticed surprised every one of you, right? Normally when you are called or someone have been called to do the national anthem, they do the first stanza. You all was shocked, right? There are 3 of them, you know. You could take it just about anywhere. Thank you so much, students of the Roosevelt Douglas Primary School. Today we have 5 participating schools. Yes, just 5 today. Unfortunately, some could not make it due to illness. We want to pray for speedy recovery. But we have to continue. We are on the quest for the best reader among the primary schools here in Dominica. So, our readers will all be called one by one. You will dip to know which position you will be reading. We'll have our assistant, Miss Annadel Jacob. She will do the welcome remarks, and then we will go into the dipping.
Okay, good afternoon to each and every one of you all here today, and welcome to competition 3 in round 1. And today we are in the second tongue of Portsmouth. We want to thank the folks who hosted us today. We want to tell you thank you all at the library for accommodating us. Welcome to the readers, the teachers, supporters of the students, those viewing on Facebook and YouTube, and those listening via the airwaves of the nation station DBS Radio. We also want to say welcome to our sponsors who made this competition possible today and from the start and to the end. Our headline sponsor, of course, is Dragon Windows. Once again, welcome, and do hope that we all have a successful competition here this afternoon. Thank you again.
Thank you, Ms. Jacob. So I'm going to call the first student. I'm not saying she's first, I'm just calling her first. From the Baroness Patricia Scotland Primary, Kimaya Brumant. Miss Brumant, you pick a number. And you will be reading in position number 5. Danica Gabriel, the Dubla Primary School. And you're reading at number 2. Brielle John Baptist, Penville Primary. You are reading at number 3. Nayal Aimani Paul, Roosevelt Douglas Primary. Take your seat, Nayal. And we have Kitara Thomas, Savonpai Primary, who will be reading first. And now we'll call on the coordinator, Ms. Kashina Joseph, to present to us the rules of the competition.
Thank you, Milia. Good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon to our readers. Okay, so our rules have not changed, but participants shall be assessed on their reading fluency on 3 passages of between 100 to 200 words in round 1, which is a narrative, and between 60 to 90 words in rounds 2 and 3, news and sports. The narratives, news items, and sports items for each participant will be different, but at the same level of difficulty. Assessment of reading fluency will be based on the participants' reading accuracy, smoothness, confidence, and expression, and will be judged according to the attached rubric to include accurate reading of words, effectively reading the phrases as complete units, correct interpretation of punctuation, distinct pronunciation of punctuation, distinct pronunciation of all words, emphasis on keywords, effective conveyance of moods and feelings, effective use of volume and pitch, appropriate rates of reading selection, eye contact, participants' level of confidence, and ability to recover if a mistake is made. So the participants will receive their reading pieces a few minutes in advance. As you can see, they've already received their narrative. And a panel of 3 judges will evaluate the participants here today. And as Milia explained, unfortunately, we went from about 9 to 5 schools here today. So we have to continue with competition, but this is where we are. And competition will get underway in a few minutes.
Thank you so much, Miss Joseph. Bon après-midi tout le monde. Let's do that again. Nous aguantons. Bon après-midi tout le monde. You would have heard, if not, if it's your first time, you would have heard that this year's reading competition is under the theme Reading and Kisa? Creole. Not Creole, no, Creole. Because I got tanti when Creole here, there, and there. You know, sometimes somebody may not be understanding everything that I say, although I don't always like to do that. But, parce que nous comptons que nous sommes une belle communauté Guantans. I love Portsmouth. You're welcome. And we have beautiful communities such as Penville. I see some folks from Penville coming all the way to support. Nice to see you. When I speak of Penville, there's so much that I can say about Penville. You know, I met one of the most amazing person ever. He lived up to what it was, 103. We used to call him D-Show. He was a beautiful soul. And Penville have some beautiful people too. Okay, so are you ready there to defend all yourselves? That's fine. And this is what we should do. We should always defend our turf, defend our community, no matter what. This is what makes Dominica and Dominicans beautiful people. We are always prepared to defend. And I'm speaking not because I want to speak. I know I like to talk. But I'm speaking because we have to give them ample time to go over their reading material. Other than that, we start already. So let me just take this opportunity to let you know who our judges are. And before I even introduce the judges, I just want to tell you a little something. The competition is being judged by 3 judges. In case you did not see them, they're on your right. Okay? They are the ones who are tasked with judging this competition. Now, I know we have our special person reading. We're here to support them, and we should support them all. However, at the end of it, the judges know what they're looking for in the sense that they have the material in front of them. So they would know whether or not the students would have read fluently based on the materials given. Now, a lot of times we would have heard or witnessed that a student may have read fluently. That is in your own perception. But they may have skipped an entire line. They may have skipped words. The story may sound okay, but they would have skipped a few lines, words, missed punctuation marks, and all of that. So even it may seem that they would have been fluent and may not have placed where you expected them to place, it's because they missed something that the judges didn't. You understand? So and tell me I think that one read better, you know. No. Take it to the judges, but they have done their job already by that time. Anyways, and the competition will continue. I'm going to ask of you nonetheless, when the students are seated. To make it even worse, we are in a library. There should always be silence in the library. Correct is right? Right. So when the students are reading, the moment they have sat on the chair, utter silence. All right, little ones? So when your little friend are reading, shh. Okay? And sometimes I'll be tempted to help them, I don't see it. But unfortunately, so they're on their own. So we just want you to be as quiet as you possibly can. So while they're reading or going over their reading piece, let me just let you know who our judges are. Towards your extreme right, those of you who are in the middle, he's the only man on panel. That is Mr. Prince Saint-Jean. Are you from Portsmouth, not true? Mr. Prince Saint-Jean is Dominica's first trained archivist and functions as a librarian 1 at the Roseau Public Library and holds a master's degree in archive administration. He has also functioned in the capacity of librarian 2 right here at the Portsmouth Library, the Roseau Library, the National Documentation Center, and the Archives Unit. He served as reading coach to Miss Kennelly Barron, the winner of the 2017 National Reading Competition. Also, she placed 3rd in the OECS Reading Competition. Mr. Saint-Jean also prepares grade 6 pupils for the social studies component of the grade 6 national assessment. Let's give it up for our first judge, Mr. Prince Saint-Jean. In center stage, and I think she liked being on stage in her own way, you know. Right, doctor? Mm-hmm. In center stage, Dr. Kimon Joseph, who is head at UE Global Campus here in Dominica. She holds a doctoral degree in higher education, leadership, and management. Her graduate and undergraduate degree in communication studies. In addition to her administrative duties, she teaches public speaking and leadership courses at UE. She's a moderator and judge for the inter-secondary school debates and served as a reading competition judge for many years. Give it up for Dr. Kimon Joseph. And our last judge, Miss Donna Riviere Edwards. Born and cultured in the village of Marigot, Donna Riviere Edwards is a proud mother of 2 brilliant boys, a dedicated wife, and an educator by profession. She holds a BS degree in psychology and business administration, a postgraduate diploma in secondary mathematics, an MA in education, along with numerous certificates in HRM, counseling, and the likes. Our third judge, Donna Riviere Edwards. There is something about mother of boys that make them so proud, boy. Right, Mrs. Riviere? Once you're, Mrs. Edwards, sorry. Once you're mother of boys, that makes us very proud, right? So can I be as proud as you? I'm a mother of 2 brilliant boys. It's nice to have boys alone, you know, I'm not sure. But it's a beautiful thing when you mother only boys. I'm not taking anything from mother of girls, huh? There's a different feeling. And only I can tell you. If you've had girls, then you don't know what I'm talking about. Right? But we're happy that we could bear fruit nonetheless. All right, so we're about to begin competition. The reading materials were taken away from the students, and now we get on the way. Are you ready, students? Are you all ready to read?
Yes.
I like when they say yes, miss. That makes me feel like Dr. Kimon Joseph, boy. All right, are you ready for reading? Yes. Well, you can do better than that, you know. Today's Friday. I also feel energized the weekend. Are you ready for a reading competition? That's it. Well, we're not going to go too far. We're going to go up to the Savonpai Primary School. Let's welcome our first reader, Kitara Thomas.
There was once a boy who was very untidy. His name was William, and his mother was always scolding him for being so untidy. "You never put anything away, William," she would say. "You leave your shoes out, you leave your cap on the floor, you throw your coat down. It's simply dreadful." "Sorry, mother," said William cheerfully. "You are not sorry," said his mother. "If you were, you would try to do better. I am always clearing up after you, and yet you never try to help me." "Well, I will try," said William. So the next day he really tried. He hung up his cap on the peg, and he put his shoes into the cupboard. Gracious, he did feel good. He went upstairs. He opened the desk he had there to find a pencil. He couldn't find it, so he scrabbled about in the desk just as if he were a dog scratching in the ground for a hidden bone. And, of course, everything went flying out of the desk on the floor. Did William pick them up? Of course not. Hadn't he hung up his cap on the peg and put his shoes away in the cupboard? Well, that was tidiness enough for one day, as far as William was concerned. His mother came in to speak to him and saw the untidy mess in his bedroom. "William, I thought you were going to try and be really tidy today," she said. "And you seem to be worse than ever." "Well, Mother, I like that," said William. "Didn't you see how I hung up my cap on its peg and put my shoes away in the cupboard? I do think you might have noticed that." "William, I don't know what to do with you," said his mother. William sat and thought for a minute. Then he got up. "I've often read in stories that people can get spells from fairy folk to put things right where they are untidy and untruthful or greedy," he thought. "I've a good mind to go to old Dame Goody and ask her if she knows of one to keep me tidy."
Kitara Thomas, Savonpai Primary School. Now I know, if not all, but most parents would be going through that. Bon Dieu. I really cannot understand how is it that you as a parent would try your utmost to clean and they see you clean, you know. Every single day as a parent. Uka balye. You understand? Uka mop. Uka debawase. But not them, no? Oh, and when you see they got their clothes, if they have 4 pieces, one there, one down there, one over there, a trail. They would finish it. Where they eat is dead in the bowl. If the fork fall, that's where they're living. But where they get that now? So the task to task us, basically. Students, please try to be tidy. But let me tell you a little secret. You know what I think is causing that these days? When you're going to preschool, and I'm speaking because I'm allowing the judges to do the work, they would say, this little time, like, beads of papers, pick You learned that already? Let's sing it. Pick them up, pick. They don't know that. You see? Throw them in the garbage, throw them in the garbage, one by one, one by one. You don't know that? So what do you do now? Clean up, everybody. Oh, that one even knows. It says everybody do your share. So you have to do your share. Do you do your share? You do. You look like somebody that actually does. Because the way I see you pack your bag under your chair, then you definitely do your share. Keep it up. All right, so we are heading to our next reader. From the Dublin Primary School, let's welcome Danica Gabriel.
He put out his outdoor things and went up the hill to where old Dame Goody lived. She was a funny little old lady, and she had most peculiar eyes. Sometimes they looked gray, and sometimes they looked green. That was because her grandmother had been first cousin to a fairy. Well, Dame Goody was surprised to see William, for usually the children were rather afraid of her. Though she was a kind old lady who wouldn't have to hurt anybody for anything. "Good morning, Dame Goody," said William. I expect you know that I'm awfully untidy, don't you? "Well, I can see it," said the old woman, looking down at William's shoes, which were both undone, and at his coat, which had the buttons done up wrongly. "Do you think you can possibly give me a spell to make me tidy without my mother bothering much about it?" asked William. "I would so much like one. I could pay you for it. I've got 50 pence in my money box. Well, I believe I have got an old spell tucked away somewhere that my grandmother had by her," said Dame Goody, her eyes suddenly looking very green. She went off into the back room, and William heard her hunting in her drawers for the old spell. At last, she came back smiling. She held a funny little tin in her hand. It was bright blue, and at the top it had a head inside of a lid. "I found the spell," said Dame Goody. "I'll scatter it over you, and you will then find that your things would be all terribly tidy." "But I want to be tidy," said William. "Not my things." "Well, it's easier to make your things tidy than you," said Dame Goody. "No, stand still, please." William stood still. Dame Goody took off the funny little wooden head that was on the top of the tin instead of a lid, and scattered a blue powder all over William. I feel as if you are peppering me, said William, beginning to sneeze.
All right, and this was just Danica. Join me, please. How are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm well, thank you. You know this year's theme is reading and Creole, right?
Yes.
Yes, and you are from?
Dieu-Blanc.
Dieu-Blanc. You've heard people speak Creole, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes, you have. I think Joe people like to speak a little Creole. What can you tell us in Creole?
I can say my name, my age, what school I'm representing, my parents.
Okay, just tell me all what you can tell me today in Creole. Let's see.
Okay. Bon après-midi tout le monde. Bon après-midi tout le monde. Bon après-midi tout le monde. Non, moi c'est Danica Gabriel. Moi ni Neva. Moi fait des blagues avec moi qui représente l'école des blagues. Para moi c'est passé avec Davina Gabriel. Moi Emily avec Chati. À pied, relaxé, avec côté jeune Dominique Chenley. Bon après-midi tout le monde.
Bon après-midi, Danica. Merci. Merci, Yoshai. All right. What can I say? You realize she took my mic, right? She was ready to present herself and make her mark in Creole. Jean Dublanc, let me see all you. Danica, let me ask you a question. I see somebody waving with all authority at the back there. Who taught you Creole? Come,
My granny.
She there?
Yes, she.
It must be her at the back there. That's you, Granny? Ah? Well, you're doing a good job. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. All right. So we are going to present you with our next reader from the Baroness Patricia Scotland Primary School. I'm sorry. From the Penville Primary, Brielle John Baptist.
Dame Goody muttered a string of magic words that sounded very strange to William. Then she clapped the lid onto tin and nodded her head at him. The spell will work tomorrow morning, she said. I hope it's all right. It's rather old, you see. It may have gone a bit wrong. What should it do? Asked William. Well, it should make anything belong to you put itself neatly away, said Dame Goody. Your pencils should put themselves away in the box. Your clothes should fold themselves up neatly when you take them off and put themselves on a chair away in the drawer. That sounds marvelous, said William. Please. Thank you, Dame Goody. I shall now be known as the tidiest boy in the country. He went off smiling, wishing that the next day would come quickly. It came. William awoke, dressed himself, and then threw down his pajamas on the floor on purpose to see if the spell was working. And do you know, those pajamas got up, folded themselves neatly, and put themselves into the pajama case on the bed. It was the most extraordinary to watch them. This is great, thought William. Simply great. He threw his toothbrush on the floor. It at once flew up into the air and settled itself calmly into the tooth mug. William was very pleased indeed. He went downstairs in a good time for breakfast. His father was there, reading the newspaper, and he looked up as William came in. "Hello, son," he said, and then buried himself behind the paper again. "Sit down and get with your porridge," his mother called from the kitchen. William sat down. He was just about to put sugar on his porridge when something most particular happened. His shoes came off, and his socks unpeeled from his legs. William looked down in astonishment. Whatever could be happening? To his enormous surprise, he saw his shoes hopping neatly together over the floor. Then they went out of the door, and he heard them going to the hall cupboard.
All right, Brielle, John Baptist, Penville Primary School. Don't we all wish we had our own spells? I mean, some of us get home being all exhausted. I'm seeing somebody with their head on their hand. Don't you had a spell to just keep you up? You know, I'm sure the farmers wish they had a spell. As soon as you plant those seeds, boy, you could harvest. Some of us, we get home and we are tired and we wish we could do something could magically give us a bath. Ding! You're all fresh, boy. But there is a reason why God didn't give us such favors to be chaos. We can only imagine what these spells could do. This is why we have to work. Yes? Mr. John Baptist is in grade 4. Her favorite subject is mathematics. She lives in Lahore, Penville. She enjoys going to the beach. Bria loves spending quality time with her mom and her sister. Okay, so we are moving on to our next reader. Okay. I guess you need no introduction. But for the sake of those who are viewing and listening, we'll present Mr. Niall Paul from the Roosevelt Douglas Primary School.
His socks rolled themselves into a neat ball and then bowled themselves out of the door too. They went upstairs and put themselves into a drawer. Then William's jacket took itself off. William flew away to hang itself up. His shirt and tie came off, and his shorts. They folded themselves up very neatly indeed, and then went upstairs to put themselves away. And there was William sitting at the breakfast table in his vest. He simply didn't know what to do. My goodness, the spell has gone wrong, he thought in dismay. Instead of waiting until I was untidy, my things have put themselves away now. I'd better creep upstairs before anyone sees me and dress again. Well, William was just about to creep away when his mother came into the room. She saw William sitting at the table in his vest, and she almost dropped the dish in amazement. William, why haven't you dressed? Don't you know that you are only in your vest? Really? Is this the way to come down for breakfast? What in the world are you thinking of? Daddy looked up in surprise. Is this a joke? He asked. Because if so, don't think it's all amusing. Boys who come down in their vest ought to be punished. William fled upstairs. Goodness, this was dreadful. He didn't like it at all. William found his things in the drawer and in his cupboard and dressed himself again. He tied his shoelaces firmly in a knot in case his shoes thought of hopping off again. It would be simply dreadful if they all came off again, he thought. I really don't know what Daddy would say. Well, nothing happened at breakfast time except that a spoon which William dropped hopped up on the table again on its own and put itself neatly by William's plate. No, that's good, thought William. That's the sort of thing that I wanted the spell for. If only it goes on working like that, it will be fine.
I think we are back. Yes, we are. Good afternoon to you, Nail. Bon après-midi. Good afternoon, Nail.
Good afternoon, Miss.
Bon après-midi. That's the same thing. I just said it in Creole.
Oh.
Ça qu'a fait?
I forgot that one.
It's all right. You've heard about Creole, right?
Well, I know some Creole.
You know some Creole?
Yes, but not a lot.
But not a lot. That's fine. You know some. What do you know?
Well, how to say my age, how to say my name.
So can I hear it?
Okay. No mwe se Nael Paul, mwe ni neflane.
Okay. If I were to say, mwe ka weste,
I would stay Picard.
Ah, okay. You can stay Picard.
Picard.
Picard. Thank you so much, Nael. You're enjoying that, not you? Don't worry, that is just them. I'll be coming across to you in just a short while. You want me to come to you? Oh, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. We're coming. All right, so we are just getting ready for our final reader in this afternoon's narrative round. From the Baroness Patricia Scotland Primary School, Kimaya Brumont.
Williams put on his cap, jacket, scarf, and gloves, and went to catch the bus to go to school. And in the bus, his cap, jacket, scarf, and gloves all undid themselves.
and sailed away out of the bus door. They fled home, hung themselves up, or put themselves in a jar. And there was a poor old cold William shivering in the bus without any of his outdoor clothes. There was only an old man in the bus besides William. The old man was rather astonished to see William without any cap or coat, but he said nothing. But Mr. Brown, his teacher, said quite a lot. William, how is it that you have come to school like this? Really? What are you thinking of to come without your cap or jacket? You will catch a dreadful cold on this bitter winter day. Williams couldn't say that his things had flown away, so he said nothing. He went into his classroom and sat down, and immediately all the pencils, rubber, and pocket knife in his pocket hopped out to the desk and put themselves tidily into his box. Mr. Brown heard the noise and looked up. Is it really necessary to make all that noise with your pencil box? William? He asked. William said he was sorry. Then the books on William's desk decided that the right place for them was the bookcase. So they took a jump and landed on the bookshelf with a crash. Everyone looked up. William, did you throw your books onto the shelf? Asked Mr. Brown. What can be the matter with you today? I didn't throw them, said William. Well, I suppose you will tell me that they jumped themselves, said Mr. Brown. That's just what they did do, said poor William. Any more of this behavior and you will stay in at the end of the morning, said Mr. Brown sternly. William looked worried. He did hope that the spell wouldn't work anymore that morning. Oh, why had he ever tried to get a tidy spell?
Miss Kimara Brumans from the Baroness Patricia Scotland Primary School. We have come to the end of our narrative round, so we'll be breaking from that round. However, we'll have Miss Judith Alexis, who will come forward to do a presentation for us here this afternoon. Let's make her feel welcome. Miss Judith Alexis. Bon après-midi, Judith.
Bon après-midi.
Ça qu'a fait?
Moi bien.
Ou c'est moun qui côté?
Mon Guantans.
C'est moun Guantans.
Oui.
Dis-moi quelque chose contre Guantans.
Guantans, c'est une belle place. Plus belle place à Dominique. Plus belle place à Dominique. Oui, c'est tout moi ça dit.
Eh bien, qui ça nous a espéré après-midi?
Un petit poème.
Un petit poème. Take it away now.
Bon après-midi tout le monde. Tout le monde bien? Poème ça. Oh, un moment. Laissez-moi mettre l'autre zémo. Poème ça là, moi Kali. C'est paroles moi-même. Il était toujours pateni kumasma. Autant de mots avorpé, sewe a dit la tête moi. Car espérer exister pour vivre, pour moi parler. Pour moi écrire dehors tête moi. Puis yon mot c'est ani yon mot. Jikta, il s'a fait en différence. Jikta, il s'a fait nous kachile. Quand ça y vle dit, ola il ka ale, et ça y vle chercher. Parole moi, c'est ani yon son, en bouche moi. Oti paf, la fumée. O maman qui a couché. Oti zozio à ciel. On la ligne la nuit, on étoile, on la belle, yon chatouelle, on cyclone, on tiva qui doux, on goué la pli, on timoun hadi, on belle souris. Pour moi, c'est tout ça, mais il pas rien, tout ça, moi pas fait quitter, sorti. À la tête, moi. Thank you.
Yes, I. Merci un peu, Judith, Alexis. You know, those of you who understood what she just read, it's a little profound, right? It goes deep. In case those of you who are here who did not understand what she just read, those of you who were listening and viewing, she was basically sitting or speaking of a poem. What a poem is. Basically, a poem is everything around us, but it's not a poem until it gets out of your mind, of your head. You can think of it, and that's how we live. We think of so many things, but we can only act upon it, and if you don't act upon it, it is just a thought. This is what she was referring to. That's why some of us, we procrastinate a lot. Right, Mommy? I'm still looking at me directly in my eyes. We procrastinate a lot. We think things, but do not act upon it. So this is what Miss Alexis' poem was all about. Our students have been given their second reading material, which is the news piece. But I will take a break from now and take a few words from our sponsors.
Dragon window, you came to the fore. You are the best in windows, fencing and doors. Build resilience and good quality. You work hand in hand with the community. You are world class. Yes, you built to last. Your product is the best. The online window contest. Dragon windows. Watch me. In Dominica you were born, you are #1 dragon window.
We have relocated to our new factory at Woodbridge Bay, Fokole, opposite the port. Telephone 448-0253, 315-1500 and 275-7372.
Dragon windows.
Step into the Realm Restaurant, where every meal is an adventure inspired by Game of Thrones. Enjoy our diverse menu and extensive wine selection. Live jazz on Wednesdays, top DJs on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Don't miss our Monday discounts and Tuesday happy hour. Wear Creole attire for a special treat. Book your table now. Call 767-235-6669. The Realm Restaurant, where dining becomes enchantment. Enchantment.
Nu cai la te avem move. Nu cai la și stai primeie. Nu cai la pu ede u. Ek nu isi pu si po. U cai toujours ni si po nu. U sa te pa asunu. Cai pe proportion e piu. Nu se mun nu sa ni confiança da. U kata ni sa u kadi. Nu sa sa u kakachile. Nu popon sa ki a cheu. Ni confessa no pou fè sa, nou ni pou fè. Republic Bank, nou se yon la pou.
Have that one friend or family member who just loves sending messages? Amazing! Introducing our new Prime Ultra bundles with endless social messaging for WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Message as much as you want on the fastest mobile network in Dominica. Send messages anytime and anywhere. Get more data to keep you connected with your family and friends. Download the MyDigital app to activate your new Prime Ultra bundle or visit any of our retail stores today. Digicel, keeping you better connected.
A vacation in the mountains, a staycation outside the city, or a stay surrounded by greenery. Whatever the choice may be, Pinard's Mountain Resort Inc. is perfect for you. Nestled in the hills of Point Michel, just 10 minutes from the city, Pinard's Mountain Resorts Inc. features self-contained cottages with breathtaking views, fine dining, bar and pool services. Come spend quality time with family, escape with a few friends, or just time for two. Pinard's Mountain Resorts Inc. is an all-in-all waiting to serve you. Call 285-9143 or email pinardsmrinc@gmail.com for more info. Because at Pinard's Mountain Resorts Inc., life never felt this good.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. 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 From the cradle to the grave, you don't want to be no slave. You need a loan you want to save. Welcome and visit us today. Hey, with a commitment to quality. What? Therefore you and me was one big family, but now it's a community. True, making life easy. Yes, like ABC. No matter who you are, you can benefit. When you bring your mortgage
with rates as low as 5% and loans for all your needs.
Open an MRA.
Save for your golden years and take advantage of our savings products.
We will finance your business.
Checking accounts, small business loans, wire transfers, and so much more.
NCCU all the way. Wow!
Your community financial partner.
Slowly but surely, many men and women are becoming as tough turkeys. We are stuffing ourselves with all kinds of oily and fatty foods. And like a kitchen sink filled with muck, the body system is unable to cope, thus resulting in blocked arteries, strokes, and all kinds of diseases. But from the land of many rivers, the nature island of the Caribbean, Dominica, which has more persons living to be 100 years and over per capita than any other country in the world, comes a natural solution: the pure and crystal clear Tuapito water. Yes, straight from the mountains of the famous Tuapito and into a bottle, nothing added if all impurities treated. Look out for Tuapito water in 1.5 or 0.5 liter bottles. Natural water with minerals for life. Listen to the news. Dominica records yet another centenarian thanks to clean, clear and fresh water. Tuapito water from Dominica.
Welcome back to the DBS Radio Ministry of Education headline sponsor Dragon Window Reading Competition number 3 right here at the Portsmouth Library. We want to make special mention to some of our sponsors. Dragon Windows, of course, provide the quality of life you deserve. Republic Bank, we are the one for you. Oyo Construction, speed and quality. D-Treads, going further for less. APP Electricals, we do it better. Fine Foods Inc., biggest distributors of the biggest brands. Shiwen Cuisine, serve good food with good service. J.S. Stephens and Company Limited, right place, right price. Lindo Marts, we serve, you save. Jared Dorset, Joel's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare. OT Trucking and Septic Cleaners, Carlton Phillip Motorpool. AC Shillingford and Company Limited, spend less, get more. Del Nages, anything for sports. Rainbow Construction, reasonable and reliable service. TND, that's TDN Media, Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, serving refreshment, one drink at a time. So we are back here, live and direct, in our second round for this afternoon's competition, the reading of a news piece. You may or may not have heard, but what the students will be reading would have been read already on DBS News at some point. So they themselves get an opportunity to do just that here this afternoon. So we'll call on our first reader from the Savonpai Primary School, Miss Kitara Thomas.
DBS News.
Parliamentary Representative for Roseau Central, Melissa Scarrett, says the Roseau Enhancement Project will get underway this year. She says, however, there have been delays, but a loan of $41 million from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has been secured for the project. Meantime, the Roseau Central MP is describing the annual Easter celebration for children as successful.
Yes, and that was Kitara Thomas reading news piece. We once again want to say a special thank you to the folks right here at the Portsmouth Library. I mean, I spoke of it a little earlier. It's a more modernized library. I mean, this has changed my definition of library. I mean, growing up, when you heard about library, once you enter a library, half of the library was encyclopedias. You remember those days, right? Because we had to go to library to do research. And you could not just go and pick up any encyclopedia and you go into research. You know, there was always a tactical way of having to find the right encyclopedia to give you the right information that you're researching. Am I correct? No, we have the modern term, which is what? No. There's another word for it. Google. Yes, now we have Google. Google is our new encyclopedia. But what the encyclopedia did, it allowed us to think more. Correct? But now you're asking Google anything, Google about baby. They were reading about spells. I'm sure if you go on Google now for a spell to get tidy, you'll get it. We'll leave that for later. It's time for our next reader. From the Dubla Primary School, Danica Gabriel.
DBS News.
The Dominica Public Service Union says proposals will be submitted to the government for public officers to be given the option to retire at 65 years. General Secretary of the DPSU, Thomas Letta, said that this is among several proposals to be submitted to the government. Mr. Letta says a proposal will be made for non-established employees to be given a bridge pension.
Thank you so much, Danica Gabriel from the Jubla Primary School. I'm not sure if you knew it, but again, I'm enjoying this beautiful setting here. However, I did not know, I honestly did not know that the Portsmouth Library was previously, or its previous location was at Borough Square. Did you not know that? But of course, but I'm not. I always thought of Portsmouth Library as close to, what is the name? No. The Roosevelt Douglas Primary School. Like in that vicinity. Yes, I always thought that is where the Portsmouth Library was. But it's nice to be here. Again, Ms. Sabraj, you're doing a fantastic job here. I'm not taking anything from Mr. Prince, but I'm just telling you, you're doing a fantastic job at the Portsmouth Library. I'm seeing quite a few of the secondary students are here doing their studies. It's a beautiful thing to see as well. All right, so we are moving on. Yes, you ready? Okay, so we're heading to the Penville Primary School. Let's welcome again Ms. Brielle John Baptist in news.
DBS News.
The Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture with specific responsibility for agro-processing says the government is committed to enhancing the agricultural sector to promote economic growth. Her remarks came at the official launch of the Emergency Agriculture, Livelihoods and Climate Resilience Project grant funding component for local agro-processors and farmers. The project presents the opportunity for local commercial farmers and agro-processors to receive grant funding of over $40,000.
Ms. Brielle John Baptist from Bon après-midi.
Bon après-midi.
Comment vous aujourd'hui? How are you?
I'm fine.
Mon bien.
Mon bien.
Okay. Tell me a little about Creole. Have you heard of Creole?
Yes.
What did you hear about Creole?
I can say a lot of things in Creole.
You can say a lot of things in Creole. Tell me what you can say.
Bon après-midi, non, moi c'est Brielle, moi hot Penville, moi ka aller l'école Penville Primary. Moi met l'école moi c'est Miss Basil, moi ni au petit CC, moi amé apil.
Ou ni petit CC ou amé apil?
Yes.
Qui no CC ou?
Non, CC moi c'est Kaira.
Ça qui noy?
Kaira.
Kaira. Qui l'âge Kaira?
L'âge Kaira c'est 2 l'âge.
Denane?
Yes.
Kaira ni Denane. Thank you so much, Brielle.
Welcome.
That's interesting. Oh. We cannot take anything away from Brielle. Because at one time, more than a delage. You all understand? I just love how they try. That's the whole idea, trying. Delany, The question was Kilage Brielle, right? Hello? I got you. Any delage. You would ask somebody, Come coco ini? Ini de coco. So I'm asking her, Kilage Brielle? Delage. Thanks again, Brielle. We head now, once again, in news, to the Roosevelt Douglas Primary. Niall Paul.
DBS News.
Tourism Minister Dennis Charles Pemberton says Dominica's global recognition in the travel and tourism sectors continues to rise in 2024. The minister says Dominica has garnered over 15 prestigious accolades from numerous publications around the world. The tourism minister says the future looks encouraging for the tourism and travel sectors.
Thank you so much, Mr. Niall Paul from the Roosevelt Douglas Primary. C'était un jour après-midi, mois mars. Et tant pour mars, par contre, même fini l'école, et tant pour Zoélie, c'était un jour après-midi, mois mars, Monsieur Bouli, Maître Kilty, Dr. Kilty, Mawewe, Fegam, Bakoiban, Mete Koyagam, Wamase Wam, Kumase Wame, Tikanotli, we, Dr. Bouli, Wamase Wamli, Ka Wame, epi tout falsely. I'm not done yet. It's only a little piece. This was, of course, a Creole poem tribute to the late Alwyn Bouli. We'll finish it in just a little while. We need to give the representative from the Baroness Patricia Scotland Primary School, Miss Kimaya Brumant, an opportunity to read her news piece.
DBS News.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says he will find a solution to a long-standing standoff between the Dominica Air and the Seaport Authority and Dockhans. Over 20 years ago, salaries were cut by 33%, and that matter has not been resolved. Mr. Skerrit, during a special Creole Heartbeat program on Wednesday, says the issue will be resolved this year.
Thank you so much, Miss Kimaya Brumant from the Baroness Patricia Scotland Primary School. We have come to the end of this round, the reading of the news piece. In just a short while, we'll be back with the reading of the sports piece. We'll take an opportunity to get some words from our sponsors.
Dragon window, you came to the fore. You are the best in windows, fencing and doors. Build resilience and good quality. You work hand in hand with the community. You are world class. Yes, you built to last. Your product is the best. The only Watch me. In Dominica you were born. You are number one dragon window.
We have relocated to our new factory at Woodbridge Bay for Collet, opposite the port. Telephone 448-0253, 315-1500 and 275-7372.
Dragon windows.
Step into the Realm Restaurant, where every meal is an adventure inspired by Game of Thrones. Enjoy our diverse menu and extensive wine selection. Live jazz on Wednesdays, top DJs on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Don't miss our Monday discounts and Tuesday happy hour. Wear Creole attire for a special treat. Book your table now. Call 767-235-6669. The Realm Restaurant, where dining becomes enchantment. Enchantment.
We'll be here in the worst of times. We'll be here till things get better. We'll be here to see you through. We're here invested in you. We're invested in you. You can depend on us. We will take care of you with a legacy of commitment you can trust. We hear what you've been saying. We know what you've been thinking. We understand what's in your heart. Trust us to do our part. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Charge up with turbo, energy more and kickstart and a workout. Pour some in a mine and in a year cup. We're going up and up and up. One cup and me charge up, turbo more, no time for talk. Pour some in a my cup and get me energy up. Original flavor me drinking, mixing with the drinking. We no lose turbo, make we win. Cause a turbo me say me ever ready, never did it. The greatest, next level energy, it's legendary. Pass up, turbo we drink and charge up. One cup and me gone up, me charge up with turbo energy drink.
Have that one friend or family member who just loves sending messages? Amazing! Introducing our new Prime Ultra bundles with endless social messaging for WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Message as much as you want on the fastest mobile network in Dominica. Send messages anytime and anywhere. Get more data to keep you connected with your family and friends. Download the MyDigital app to activate your new Prime Ultra bundle or visit any of our retail stores today. Digicel, keeping you better connected.
Slowly but surely, many men and women are becoming as tough turkeys. We are stuffing ourselves with all kinds of oily and fatty foods. And like a kitchen sink filled with muck, the body system is unable to cope, thus resulting in blocked artery strokes and all kinds of diseases. But from the land of many rivers, the nature island of the Caribbean, Dominica, which has more persons living to be 100 years and over per capita than any other country in the world, comes a natural solution: the pure and crystal clear Tuapito water. Yes, straight from the mountains of the famous Tuapito and into a bottle, nothing added if all impurities treated. Look out for Tuapito water in 1.5 or 0.5 liter bottles. Natural water with minerals for life. Listen to the news. Dominica records yet another centenarian thanks to clean, clear and fresh water. Tuapito water from Dominica.
Welcome to Paradise Pier, your ultimate destination for cherished celebrations. Soothe your soul every Thursday at the iconic Reggae on the Boardwalk. Unwind at our Friday after work chill. Then come savor our delicious fish and mixed broth on Saturdays at Broth by the Bay. Vintage Sundays, where you can be assured to hear some tunes from yesteryear golden era while enjoying the perfect Sunday meal. Daily lunch is always ready from 12 p.m. Parties, beachside weddings, functions. Our venue is setting the mood for your every occasion, private and public. Book your slice of paradise today, where every event becomes an unforgettable story. Call or WhatsApp 235-1535 for booking. Paradise Pier, your feel-good place.
I see Golo in shopping for farming supplies, so I ask him, what you doing inside Bloombox? Do you have a farm? He tell me, gas out hell sort. I've been married 37 years, look at my see money farm. He say, no, not woman, like land for farming crops. And then he understand, Bloombox is the most affordable on island. Knapsacks starting at only $57.71. Elsewhere it's $300 plus. Cutlass seeds, seeding trays, nursery pots, bales of potting mix, all at way better prices than anywhere else. Fertilizers, 3-in-1 multi-tools, and so much more. Located on Federation Drive, Goodwill. Second property on the right after the Valley Link Road. Bloombox. Let's bloom together.
Welcome again to this afternoon's competition. We are now at the final round for this afternoon. That is the reading of the sports news. We want to say a special thank you, of course, to the DBS news team for preparing our news piece for this afternoon. Our first reader, reading sports from the Savonpai Primary School, Kitara Thomas.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
The Dominica Combined Schools will be in search of their third straight win and a series sealing win when they face the Antigua Combined School in the fifth and final 40 overs match at Windsor Park this morning. The 5-match series is locked at 2 games apiece. Dominica started off the tournament with 2 successive defeats last weekend, but bounced back with 2 straight wins at Benjamin's Park this week.
Thank you so much, Miss Kitara Thomas. We, Dr. Bully, Wamase Wamli, Ka Wame Epi Tut Fosli, Ka Fairwoodly Anti Canodly, we, Monsieur Bully, Anti Canodly, Epi Wamli, Ka Batlam, Fanlam, Najelam, Monsieur Bully Point Wood, Guaname, Ka Wame Ticanodly, Ipati, Ça fait ici, ça finit. Il parti pour une autre la vie. Là, il joint toutes ancêtres li, toutes bon moun li. Et comme il s'est bouli, il a ouamé ti kanot li, il a gardé ti bel pays, qui a disparu en bas nuage. En fond, l'horizon là, mais blé, la Atlantique a joint Caraïbe là. Quand il a ouamé, il a dit Dédé. Dédé, Dédé. Dédé madame, Dédé garçon, Dédé fille, Dédé famille, Dédé amis, Dédé bon moun li, Dédé moun li, moun nati, moun pays, waitu kubuli. And this was a poem written by Gregory Rabes in a tribute to the late Alwyn Bully. And it's not done yet. Because we are moving to our next reader from the Dublin Primary School, Danica Gabriel.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Defending champions in the sports division secondary schools on the 15 football tournament, the Dominica Grammar School are one win away from retaining their title. They will meet the Cassie Secondary School in the finals of the Under 15 division this afternoon. The DGS is on the hunt for 2 titles today, as they will meet Academic School of Learning in the Under 20 finals. Both matches will take place at the Windsor Park.
Thank you so much, Danica Gabriel from the Dublin Primary School. Who wants to answer a question for me? If you don't volunteer, I'm going to come straight to you. Yes, wow. I'm coming to you because you were the loudest. Good afternoon to you, young miss.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm good.
You good? Tell me that in Creole. Teachers at the back of you, they're like, tac, tac. Moi bien? That's how you say it, moi bien.
Moi bien.
Quick question for you. I'm going to give you a nice little riddle, okay? What question can you never, no matter how many times you are asked that question, you can never say yes? Or you can never say yes? What question is that? If I were to ask you that question right now, you will never, ever say yes. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you sleeping?
No.
Well, I guess you can never answer yes, can you? That's right. Well, that's another question. But who are you going to ask that question anyways? You would expect an answer, right? Our next reader from the Penville Primary School, Miss Brielle John Baptist.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Jamaica, St. Kitts, and Antigua have been identified as the hosts for the first 3 rounds of the Cricket West Indies Regional 4-day tournament. Cricket West Indies senior manager says several venues across the Caribbean are unavailable due to renovations ahead of the upcoming ICC Cricket World Cup. The Windward Islands Volcanoes will play their matches in Jamaica. The 4-day regional tournament gets underway on February 7.
Real John Baptist. Well, I can tell you, this coming June, though we in Dominica may not personally experience it, but I am going to tell you that it's going to be carnival in the Caribbean. You know why? Cricket, World Cup. I mean, I know many of us, if not all of us, would have loved to witness the World Cup here in Dominica. But you would have heard from what you just read that the many venues were not ready. We too would not have been ready. But we in Dominica, it would have been, well, mass. Yes? But we are, of course, in support of all the other Caribbean islands who will be hosting the matches. Well, I can say it live, I will be attending. Which one? The cheapest one, St. Lucia. No, but it's a beautiful thing to see the World Cup. It's not the first time I think they were here in, World Cup was here in 2007 in the Caribbean. Yes, it was. It's even bigger and better. And we thank the ICC for having chosen the Caribbean, because they say it's in the Caribbean, we make cricket a carnival, right? I just all like cricket, all can answer me. We'll move on to the next reader. From the Roosevelt to Douglas Primary, Niall Paul.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
One of Dominica's longest surviving sporting clubs, Somerset of St. Joseph, spread the Christmas spirit by reaching out to the needy in the community. The club made donations to the Grotto Home for the Homeless. Earlier this month, the club provided 30 lunches to the less fortunate in the community. 3 individuals received Christmas hampers. 2 of the recipients were former members of Somerset, and the third was a senior citizen.
Thank you so much, Niall Paul. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Tell us your name, please.
Amelia.
Ooh, that's close to mine. Do you know my name?
No.
Well, they call me Amelia.
Oh, nice.
I guess it is nice. What are your favorite subjects?
Math, science, and comprehension.
Math, science, and comprehension. So I'm going to ask you a question, and I do hope that you comprehend that question. Okay? Cats have 4. Bugs have 4. School has 6. What are they?
Just repeat yourself, please.
I will. Cats have 4. Bugs have 4. School has 6. What are they?
Well, I know cats have 4 legs.
Cats have 4 legs,
I know bugs. Some bugs have different amounts of legs. What bug are you talking about?
I'm talking about bugs.
All bugs?
Any bug?
Well, I know some bugs have 4 legs.
So you say cat have 4 legs, some bugs have 4, some bugs have more. So what can you tell me about school?
School. What?
I'm going to give you 1 minute to think. I'll be back. Because we are ready for next reader. from the Baroness Patricia Scotland Primary School. Let's welcome finally Kimara, that's Kimaya Brumans in sports.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
The sports division is set to return with the majority of its sporting programs when the new academic school year gets underway in September. A number of the programs were shortened because of the COVID-19 restrictions. The sports coordinator said many of the sporting activities will return at the secondary and primary school level. He said the sports division is set to introduce some new events for the year.
Thank you, Kimaya Brumans. And we have come to the end of this afternoon's competition. So you guys can relax now, you know, loosen, don't get up, but you can now relax. Before we take a break, I want to give my young friend an opportunity to answer my little riddle. Let's see, she's been thinking for the longest while. Let's see. Okay, so what do you want me to repeat the question one more time? Okay. Cats have 4. Bugs have 4. School has 6. What are they?
I know there are 6 subjects, but are you talking about the pillars of
You mean the character pillars?
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about the character pillars. And how many character pillars are there? Respect. I think there is sharing, caring. What is the other one? But I'm not talking about the pillars. Let me let you get it. Spell cats. Spell cats. So what is that?
School has 6 letters.
Okay, so I'm asking you to
CHOOL. Yeah.
spell cat.
OOL. 6 letters.
6 letters. Spell cats.
CATS.
Spell bugs. Bugs.
BUGS.
So cat has 4, bugs has 4, school has 6. So what am I talking about? Letters. Sometimes you really have to break it down, yeah? You are very intelligent. All right, so we're gonna take this opportunity here, take a break from it all. We'll be back with you with the results.
Dragon window, you came to the fore. You are the best in windows, fencing and doors. Build resilience and good quality. You work hand in hand with the community. You are world class. Yes, you built to last. Your product is the best. The only window could test. Dragon windows. Watch me. In Dominica you were born, you are #1 dragon.
have relocated to our new factory at Woodbridge Bay for Collet, opposite the port. Telephone 448-0253, 315-1500 and 275-7372.
Dragon windows.
From the cradle to the grave, you don't want to be no slave. You need a loan you want to save. Welcome and visit us today. Hey, with a commitment to quality. Therefore you and me was one big family, but now it's a community. True, making life easy. Yes, like ABC. No matter who you are, you can benefit. When you bring your mortgage
with rates as low as 5% and loans for all your needs.
Open an MRA.
Save for your golden years and take advantage of our savings products.
We will finance your business.
Checking accounts, small business loans, wire transfers, and so much more.
NCCU all the way. Wow!
Your community financial partner.
NCCU.
A vacation in the mountains, a staycation outside the city, or a stay surrounded by greenery. Whatever the choice may be, Pinard's Mountain Resort Inc. is perfect for you. Nestled in the hills of Point Michel, just 10 minutes from the city, Pinard's Mountain Resort Inc. features self-contained cottages with breathtaking views, fine dining, bar and pool services. Come spend quality time with family, escape with a few friends, or just time for two. Pinard's Mountain Resorts Inc. is an all-in-all waiting to serve you. Call 285-9143 or email pinardsmrinc@gmail.com for more info. Because at Pinard's Mountain Resorts Inc., life never felt this good.
Petro Caribbean. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribbean straight. No time to wait. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribbean. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribbean. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean.
We'll be here in the worst of times. We'll be here till things get better. We'll be here to see you through. We're here invested in you. We're invested in you. You can depend on us. We will take care of you with a legacy of commitment you can trust. We hear what you've been saying. We know what you've been thinking. We understand what's in your heart. Trust us to do our part. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Have that one friend or family member who just loves sending messages? Amazing! Introducing our new Prime Ultra Bundles with endless social messaging for WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Message as much as you want on the fastest mobile network in Dominica. Send messages anytime and anywhere. Get more data to keep you connected with your family and friends. Download the MyDigital app to activate your new Prime Ultra Bundle or visit any of our retail stores today. Digicel, keeping you better connected.
Welcome back. Thanks so much for your patience. We have the results. I know it's only 5 of them here. However, we need to know in which position or how good they read this afternoon. But before we go into the whole presentation of certificates and the results, we have someone here from the Education Trust Fund who will be passing around, and I'm not sure why the envelopes are so big, but I guess it's big for a reason. So we ask you to dig deep in your pockets. Today we are in Portsmouth. On Monday, we'll be in Wesley. Now, I'm going to make that call again for your valuable contribution. I want to stress on the word valuable contribution. The dollar, the 5, the 10, tamur, 100 will be making a change in a child's life. This is what it's all about. I am stressing on it because I know how important it is. Many of us at the end of the school year hold our heads and wonder how we're going to make it. The Education Trust Fund how we say it in Creole? Ka soulager épée parents. Let me give a little in Creole. Let me follow to understand. Messieurs, mesdames, les bons petits bons enfants, parents qui passent à faute pour voyer les enfants à l'école. Et bien, si vous savez voyer à l'école, vous n'avez pas assez pour bailler un uniforme, sac l'école, manger, tout ça. Comme ça, nous avons Education Trust Fund qui assiste les enfants. Sans ça, vous n'avez pas de ça. Your contribution is big because your child too can benefit from the Education Trust Fund. So when the lady passing with a big envelope, don't turn your head. Even if it's a quart, put it in it. 1 and 1. Make 2. Say, yon Gwendi wiki cafe sack. Technician, put something in there, please. Everybody. We'll now call on, of course, the assistant coordinator as we're about to present our readers with their certificate. You guys are doing good. Thank you so much for your contribution. And again, I will say you saved a child. All right, so we're getting into it. We'll be presenting the students with a certificate of participation as well as a gift package from our sponsors. So we'll first call on young Mr. Savanpai Kitara Thomas. Is it Kitara? Yes, they're right here. Thank you so much, Kitara, for your participation in this year's reading competition. You will advance to the next round. I must make mention of that. Danica Gabriel, Dublin Primary, thank you so much for your participation. John Baptist, Penfield Primary. Niall Paul being the soldier here this afternoon from the Roosevelt Douglas Primary. And Miss Kimaya Brumans, Baroness Patricia Scotland Primary. Thank you so much, students. All right, so before we present the result in terms of who was the best reader here this afternoon, because there are only 5 of them will automatically advance to the next round. We'll have our head George, Mrs. Edwards, tell us a little more about this competition, her take. You could come or I could come to you? Okay. That's what it is. That's how it is. When you're a judge, you know, you can make the call. All right, Mrs. Edwards, take it away.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. The children, they did wonderfully. They read well. With everything, there is room for improvement. They were very brave. I could not have done that. I'm even scared right now. So you all were very brave. Congratulations. Congrats to the coaches, the teachers, the parents who assisted the children, and continue working with them. We've made a few, what's the word? I'm sorry. Observations. Thank you. I'm getting old. We want to encourage the children to continue reading daily. That is very, very important. Parents continue reading with them, assisting them, as I said before. There is need for improvement in eye contact. We hardly saw that this afternoon. Yes, very, very few. It is quite easy to get lost in the script when you're reading to keep your head down. But now and then, even if you don't lift your head, you just lift your eye when you pause now and then, ever so often, so that you can, engage with the audience. There needs to be more variation in tone, their tonation, based on what you're reading. When you're reading the sports, when you're reading a news item, it should not be read in the same tone. There needs to be it needs to vary a bit. The news and sports, as I said, the tone should vary a bit. They cannot be read in the same tone as a narrative. After a vowel, for example, you have THE, orange. We normally say the orange. It should be the orange. So you pronounce it as THEE, the orange. We did not see that this afternoon. So bear that in mind for the next round. When you're breathing, you control your breathing. When you're reading, sometimes you need to take a deep breath. Instead of just reading the entire line, the entire sentence, you take a deep breath. That will not make you faint. All in all, you did a very good job. Congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Edwards. And now we'll call on our coordinator, Ms. Kashina Joseph, to present the results.
Thank you, Milia. So we only have 5 students here today. And that means they automatically advance to our semi-final round. However, we will be giving you their positions as to where they rank, so you know who needs to work a little bit harder than the others. So in 5th place, we have Miss Danica Gabriel from the Dubla Primary School. In 4th place, from the Penville Primary, Brielle John Baptist. In 3rd place, from the Roosevelt Douglas Primary School, Niall Imani Paul. In 2nd place, Kitara Thomas from the Savon 5 Primary. And in 1st place, Kimaya Brumant from the Baroness Patricia Scotland Primary School. So congratulations to all of you. You will be advancing to our semi-final round. And by way of announcements, on Monday, April 22nd, we will be at the Temple SDA for competition 4 in round 1, and we expect the Benz Primary, Calibishi Primary, Woodford Hill Primary, Wesley, Temple SDA, W.S. Stevens School, Concord Primary, Haybush Primary, Atkinson Primary, and the Lighthouse Christian Academy. Of course, teachers, if you need more practice scripts, you can always reach out to us. We will send that to you via email. Again, your students have advanced automatically to our next round.
Hip hip hip! Hip hip hip! And that's the fun we get in reading. So we'll see them, of course, in the next round. Like I said, do not hold my hand when I'm going outside. Congratulations once again, students. You did well.
Dragon window, you came to the fore. You are the best in windows, fencing and doors. Build resilience and good quality. You work hand in hand with the community. You are world class. Yes, you built to last. Your product is the best. The under window could test. Dragon windows. Watch me. In Dominica you were born. You are number one dragon. Dragon window.
We have relocated to our new factory at Woodbridge Bay, Fokole, opposite the port. Telephone 448-0253, 315-1500 and 275-7372.
Dragon windows.
We'll be here in the worst of times. We'll be here till things get better. We'll be here to see you through. We're here invested in you. We're invested in you. You can depend on us. We will take care of you with a legacy of commitment you can trust. We hear what you've been saying. We know what you've been thinking. We understand what's in your heart. Trust us to do our part. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Have that one friend or family member who just loves sending messages? Amazing! Introducing our new Prime Ultra bundles with endless social messaging for WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Message as much as you want on the fastest mobile network in Dominica. Send messages anytime and anywhere. Get more data to keep you connected with your family and friends. Download the MyDigital app to activate your new Prime Ultra bundle or visit any of our retail stores today. Digicel, keeping you better connected.
A vacation in the mountains, a staycation outside the city, or a stay surrounded by greenery. Whatever the choice may be, Pinard's Mountain Resort Inc. is perfect for you. Nestled in the hills of Point Michel, just 10 minutes from the city, Pinard's Mountain Resorts Inc. features self-contained cottages with breathtaking views, fine dining, bar and pool services. Come spend quality time with family, escape with a few friends, or just time for two. Pinard's Mountain Resorts Inc. is an all-in-all waiting to serve you. Call 285-9143 or email pinardsmrinc@gmail.com for more info. Because at Pinard's Mountain Resorts Inc., life never felt this good.
Step into the Realm Restaurant, where every meal is an adventure inspired by Game of Thrones. Enjoy our diverse menu and extensive wine selection. Live jazz on Wednesdays, top DJs on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Don't miss our Monday discounts and Tuesday happy hour. Wear Creole attire for a special treat. Book your table now. Call 767-235-6669. The Realm Restaurant, where dining becomes enchantment. Enchantment.